Want to raise your chess to a new level? Challenge Yourself is an exclusive, innovative experience designed for Chess24 Premium members. Train like a champ, with a unique set of lessons prepared by the coaches of the challengers. Boris Girlfriend and Co. will help you improve your chess. Play versus a champ. Play a Grandmaster each day in Banter Blitz. Take advantage of this incredible opportunity from June 10th. Go premium and challenge yourself.
Super discounts on merchandise. Massive sales on courses from Chessable. Chessable and Chess24 bundles, with new deals appearing every day. Visit chess24.com/deals.
Take your chess to the next level with carefully selected collections featuring some of the best video series from Chess24. Buy the courses to own them forever, save up to 60%, or go premium and access all series while having all other privileges of premium membership. Learn more at chess24.com/deals.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Banter Blitz session. I'm Grandmaster Leinier Dominguez, and I'm going to be playing Blitz games today again. So welcome, everyone. Let's see. So today I was thinking I'll keep the same policy like last time. I'll try to play relatively lower rated players just to try to give everybody a chance to play. And also I'll try to choose players that I didn't play before. But let's see. So let's start with this one, 3 minutes without increment. Let's see. Okay, e5. Okay, the Philidor. Knight f6, knight c3. Well, bishop e7 is unusual, but probably doesn't change much. Knight f6. Let's play this line with bishop f4. It's one of the most aggressive lines because the idea is to castle long. c5, it's a bit premature, I would say, because it allows knight b5, and then it's hard to protect d6 takes. Yeah, usually black goes c6 or a6 in that position, and then b5. Okay, let's play f3 so I can castle long. Man, how I can go knight f5 immediately, or I can go g4 and then h4. Let's go g4. So he wants to play knight d4. h4, I guess knight d4 is a move. Let's play knight f5. Takes. Let's take with the e-pawn. Knight d4. Let's play queen f2. Maybe queen a5. Okay, bishop d6. I don't really want to trade bishops, so I'll go here. So I'll be paying attention to both the Chess24 chat and also the YouTube chat. So you can comment or ask me questions there. G5. So I want to put my knight on e4 if it goes to h5, for example. B4. So I can play knight e4. Also knight d2. Play knight e4. Takes, pawn takes, bishop e5 maybe. Then I'll put my bishop on c4. Probably didn't play this in the best possible way, but it's still very good for me. Okay, now g6 is a strong idea here. So takes. Now rook g1 or queen g2 maybe. Queen g2, idea queen g6. So my king is very safe. On b1, there's really no way for black to create any threats. And now check, and bishop takes h6 should win. Yeah, this is mate. Okay, good game. Torque malita. So, but c5 was a mistake. It's c6 or knight c6 or a6. I think those are the moves there. Let's see. Okay, let's take a 5-minute challenge. Yeah, so final d4, knight f6. F3, let's play g6. See if we can play. Okay, I was hoping for the King's Indian, but we have the London system. d6, queen d2. Let's play a6 and b5 maybe. Okay, so he goes h4. Let's play b5. a3, let's play bishop b7. And then knight d7 and maybe c5. h5, I can take on h5. Well, d5, I think I can play knight b6, then e4. I can also play c6, takes, bishop takes, and that looks very reasonable for me. So let's play this. I get the c file and some chances for counterplay. And the pawn on h4, I mean, if white doesn't really play h5, then it's hard to justify. So long castle. And it would be nice to play 5b4 somehow. So let's go here. So my idea is a5 and b4 and try to take advantage of the fact that the pawn is on a3, so I get to open files on the queen side easily. Knight b1, let's play knight e4. And this should be lost for white, because now my bishop gets active also. ba3 is already winning. b2 is collapsing. So yeah, this was a bit slow, the g4, h4, rook g1. Now there's no way to stop mate on b2. Let's see. Yeah, but even this doesn't help. Okay, good game. Let's see. Let's keep going. What else do we have? Let's play. Let's take this 3+2 challenge. 1800 player. d4. Let's play knight f6. See if we can get some King's Indian or Grunfeld. Let's play King's Indian. d6. Bishop e2, e5. Castle, knight c6. Knight e7. And now white has many lines. b4, knight e1, knight d2 are traditionally the main lines. Knight d2. Let's play c5. This is one of the lines. Black has many ways here. Of course, knight d7 and knight e8, I believe, are the main moves, because black's main idea here is to play f7, f5. That's the way to create counterplay on the king side. c5 is trying to control and to blockade the queen side first, and then start play on the king side. Because usually white tries to play on the queen side with preparing c5, so black tries to close the queen side first. So taking and b4 makes sense. I could go d5 now. So this is not the most typical way to play the King's Indian, but it's not unusual. Black, instead of trying f5 and all that, so I get to play in the center now. But it looks good. I mean, my pieces are on good squares, and I have good development. So maybe now take, and b4 is hanging, so maybe queen b3. Queen b3, rook b8 looks logical. Also some knight f4, bishop f3, bishop b6. Let's play rook b8 first. Try to, to include rook b8 and a3. It's probably not a bad idea. And then maybe knight f4. So bishop f3, I can play e4, but then knight takes e4. Bishop takes a1, bishop takes f4. Bishop c4, of course, logical. And so I have some queen g5 ideas. g3. Can also play bishop d7. Creating some direct threats on the king side. Knight f3 maybe. Okay, f3 allows queen d4, but maybe still not losing because queen d4, king h1, and if I take, there's bishop b2, and my queen is trapped. But I also have queen g5, forcing g3. Queen d4, king h1. It's not completely obvious what I should do. Maybe let's do this. King h1. If I go e4, knight takes e4. So let's just play rook d8 or something. Probably not the best, but didn't see what else to do. I didn't see a concrete way. Maybe there was one. Rook b1 logical, just to get the rook out of the problems. Let's play knight d3. Threatens knight f2, and if this, I'll take. Now maybe, well, I can take on e4. I can also play knight f2. Let's pick up the exchange here. Bishop e3. Okay, this allows rook d2. Rook d1, and then, yeah, bishop d2. Bishop f1 was only way, but my opponent has no time also. Okay, good game. Let's see. What else? Okay. a4, wow. Let's take the center. Maybe we can play h5. h4. Knight f6 now. c5. Try to provoke f3. And then maybe queen d7. Maybe I should castle long. d4, I think I'll take. And now I can play bishop b4 first, or go to d6 at once. Maybe I should provoke c3 and then go back. So I think I can still castle long and play for rook e8 and so on. Yeah, this is very unpleasant for white. Black has easy play, rook d8, and it's not clear what to do with the king. f3, can play bishop f5. Now there are some weaknesses there. And e3, also pawn on g3. So which rook to put on e8? Rook d maybe. Let's keep this rook for maybe eventually I can play g5 one day. So rook e1. Can I play g5? Takes h4. Takes on f6. It's maybe possible, but maybe I don't need to. Maybe this one first, then g5. Takes. Bishop c1, logical, I guess, because the bishop is not doing much here anyway. So I go back. And maybe bishop f4, but then I'll go some h4. So g4, I thought I can take there. I mean, this has to be good, right? This king cannot survive here. So queen g4, that's possible. Knight g4 as well. Queen g4 is stronger. Knight e3, rook e3. Ah, there's bishop f3. I didn't see this. I have rook e2 anyway. Rook e2. And take on f4. Okay, this allows mate. But anyway, if rook e2 or something, queen f4, it's completely lost. Anyway, interesting game. But yeah, it's a bit dubious the way white was playing in the opening with a4 and b3 and so on. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Let's take this one. It's 3 + 2. So let's see the chat here. For example, Carlos Aguirre is asking Leinier. So I'm translating from Spanish. Which chess book has helped you the most to improve in chess? Well, there are many books that were useful for me from the start, but I always mentioned the books of it's an Argentinian master. It's in Spanish, the title, but it's something like general treatise on chess or something like that. It's very comprehensive. It gives, I think, a good structure in chess from tactics to positional play. That one was very helpful when I was starting to play. Let's see here, because I think my opponent is not there. So let's choose another challenge. Okay, let's take this one. Oops, kitty. Let's see. Yes, so Sicilian. Yeah, so the books of Grau were I found them very useful, and also then some games collection of world champions and very strong players. Like, for example, I read books on Capablanca, on Alekhine, Fischer, Kasparov, and so on. I think game collections of good players with commentary by those good players themselves are very instructive. So bishop takes. I think this is not supposed to be good for black. e2. Yeah, okay, black is pawn down, but two bishops and maybe some play. I should try to finish development, try to bring my bishop to d3. Maybe play e5 at some point. Maybe should start with e5. Like this, maybe knight g3, knight e4. It's an idea as queen b6 to play rook d8. It's very logical. Knight g3, a5, so a4, a3. It's of course an idea for black here. So I don't know if I should put my bishop on d3 or c4, maybe bishop d3. a4, and I don't know, I can play f5 or this b3 might be annoying, a4 and b3. And if I take ab and a3, then bishop takes a3 might be good. So this can get a bit tricky for me here. Maybe knight e4, b3, and knight d6 or something. Try to block this bishop, but it looks promising for black. Black's play is too fast somehow. But let's play f5. Try to create some ideas with f6. So takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, knight takes, And now maybe b3. But maybe then I can take cb, ab, a3, and if bishop takes, there's, well, I thought I had queen g5, but maybe it's not the case because there is f6. So if I take rook takes, queen g5, then maybe rook a1 takes, queen a5 is made. So this is very tricky for me here. Not clear how should I play. Take, queen g5, rook a1, that's not good. And if queen g5, then just f6, ef6. Let's play this. I also have no time, but take, rook takes. Yeah, this might be just bad for me. So let's take here. But then rook g6, queen d5, king g7. Yeah, this should be lost. Okay, so this was a mistake. But it's still not great for me. Yeah, so I'll take here. Yeah, now yeah, well, I won on time. Very tough game, well played by my opponent. I was pre-moving at the end and I was successful, but yeah, I was probably lost at some point. Very, very good game by my opponent. Yeah, I didn't react very well against this pawn sacrifice. And after this a4 b3, I was already in some trouble. So let's take some strong player. Let's see how this goes. Let's play Sicilian. d6. Knight f3, knight f6, now d4, and we transpose to neither. This is what I wanted. Rook d1. Okay, let's play e5. Knight b3 and h5 just to prevent the move. g4, of course. And we try to continue normally with all these standard moves, bishop b6, knight d7. So now this is very similar to the English attack or those lines. h4, I guess b5. Bishop f3, knight b6 makes sense. Now that c4, it's a nice square for my knight. Probably, I was gonna say bishop takes f6, but knight a5. So queen c7 looks normal. b4, also move before knight e2, and not so clear. I can play b4, knight e2, queen c7, kind of. Because if I go queen c7 immediately, there's the option of playing a3 and try to, but then there's no b4. So let's go with this b4. I think maybe this is not bad. So king b1 or something. And what should I do here? King castle short. It's possible. Queen b4. Probably I take on c2. Also have d5. Let's do this. I don't think I mean, he has some. There are some ideas to play g4, especially taking on f6 and g4, but it doesn't look like super dangerous. Knight g3. So yeah. So knight a4 is another idea. Knight b3 back. And rook f8 now to play d5. Can I play like that? Let's play this. Okay, I'm giving away pawn on h5, but probably after taking and then d5, I have some, at least some play. Takes, and takes. This makes sense, of course. Now maybe I should go back. I think still difficult for white to create something serious on the king side. I want to go d5. Bishop e2. Okay, let's play this. Rook c1, but this looks weird for him. I mean, knight d5, queen g3, g6. So knight b3, a5, knight c4. I go here. Takes on c4, and then white's king is not doing well. So bc probably. Oh, mate is. There is a threat of mate. Okay, bc. Fate. Yeah, this is not ideal. I miss queen e5 and all that. Go on, let's play this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but maybe I have some chances. Yeah, I think he offered me a draw, which was probably. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks for the offer. White is better by now. And also I had last time, I think we were playing without increment. Yeah, very interesting game. I think, yeah, I was doing really well at some point. Yeah, to random position at the end. Yeah. But yeah, you play well. I think I missed completely that the queen e5 move, and then yeah, my king also got weak, and a lot of counterplay for white. I think when I played d5, I was definitely close to winning, but then it got complicated. So yeah, great game. Let's see. There are many more challenges. Like this one. So e4. Knight of 3. Let's see. Bishop c5. Rook b8, c3. And there's, yeah, this line also. Interesting line. I played it once. d6. Oh. Usually bishop takes d4, as white would like us. So I'll do this, and maybe now I can take and maybe bishop f4. f4 was a move as well, maybe better than e5. Yeah, this isn't great what I did, because now c4 is coming. Skip check. And play here. c4, bishop a2. Maybe one day I'll be able to get my bishop into play, maybe not, let's see. Have to take, and maybe to take. And play b4. Yeah, this is not good. So I need to play c3 at some point, and then maybe now just play knight d2, bishop b1, and bishop c2. That's what I want, but maybe it's not possible to do. Rook a3 very strong, obviously, and I cannot really move my knight. Yeah, so this is close to probably completely lost for me. But let's try. Yeah, knight is coming to d3, and I don't really. King e2, there's rook a2. Let's play f3. c5, let's take, but then knight takes and knight b3. Anyway, it's not like I have many moves. So probably take, king f2, knight b3. Bishop takes, rook a1 wins. Can I do something? Knight b1, not rook back. Yeah, probably this. Yeah, it's completely lost. Maybe here. Rook a2. Yes, of course, that lost. takes 5. Here. Here. Well, sorry. Sorry for that. It was a great game. I was that lost from the moment I took taking on b5 was probably terrible, because then I gave all the chances. I mean, all the possibilities on the a file. Maybe I missed that after rook a3. I cannot simply move my bishop away from a2. So I, of course, I should keep the pawn on a4, not take. Try to do the same, but without ab. But yeah, anyway, we play excellently. Let's see. Let's take a savage. Okay, e4. c5, knight f3. g6, c4. Queen b6. This line I encounter now when I was playing in the World Cup. Knight c3. Yeah, interesting line. d6. So queen d2. Bishop e2. Knight a3. Try to play as simple as possible. These positions normally are slightly better for white because of the space and mainly because of the space and the chance to play an 85 at a good moment, and then transpose to some favorable endgame. But of course, black's position is quite solid in general here. So can I play knight d5 now? Looks like I can. Queen d2, rook d2. So now knight b6 is a threat. Just taking on d5 is possible, and also some rook b8. Just keeping it solid. Probably cd here. Knight b4. Knight b4. You can play knight c4. Knight a2, rook a1, and then if knight b4, knight b6. Yeah, let's go for this. Knight a2, rook a1. If knight b3, rook a2. Doesn't seem to work for black. And knight a2, rook a1, knight b4, knight b6. And then there's knight b3. Yeah. This is not good then. Knight a2, rook a1, knight b4. Can play rook a3 there and just play pawn down. Maybe some compensation, or do I have rook b1 here? Knight b3 and rook d1. But rook b1. Yeah, I'll play rook b1 instead. With rook b8, I think I have b4. So knight b3. And now rook d3, rook c4, rook b3. Doesn't look great. If rook d1, then just rook a b8 or something. So rook d3, rook c4, rook b3, rook c7. I mean, if rook b4, there's rook b4, and if rook a3, there's knight c3. So I have to go here. Let's go here. And back. I can actually play this. And bishop c4. So finally worked out for me. Yeah, maybe this knight b6, bishop c4 idea was strong, even after rook a b8 instead of rook c7. So let's try to get rid of this knight. Now knight d2 is not really possible because bishop takes and the knight is in trouble. So knight c5. What to do here? Rook a1, knight b4 doesn't make much sense. Let's bring the king f1. Oh wait, knight a4 was the threat. Okay. Maybe now b3. To stop knight a4. Knight a2. Yeah, knight a2 maybe unpleasant. Okay, a5. It's not so easy, this position anyway. If king e2, of course, knight a2 is even stronger than before. So let's take here. Play this. See if knight a2, I'll go rook e1. This, maybe d5. Oh, I blundered pawn d5. Yeah, it's terrible. See, knight d5. It's close to being lost now because, yeah, f4. Not only f4 is hanging, but also pawn. Oh well, e6. a6 is not the best. I think you could just take on f4. Problem is we have no increment, no? There's no increment. What? Oh, yeah, I hit blunder rook c4 finally. I mean rook d4. But yeah, I think I was close to losing. This knight takes f4 after king f2 was possible, and then e5 is also collapsing. So great game, Savage. I thought I was better after the opening, but it wasn't so simple. Let's see. Yeah, let's play Jupe. Jupe is always there and tough opponent. See how this goes. Play c4. c6, okay, knight f3, d4. Let's play this. a6, Chevanenko. Let's play this. Try to play in some kind of gambit style. Give the pawn on c4. This is one of the lines, of course, against Chevanenko, I guess. b5, and then probably knight d5. Bishop b7, castle. e6, b3, I think this is a line. And now there's b4 and c3, or there is taking on b3. Yes, this one. And then white goes bishop b2 and so on. It's decent compensation. Queen c2, rook d1. So this looks a bit dubious because I have knight e4. And this bishop is in trouble now because knight c5 and knight d6 are both serious threats. Yeah, let's take a look at the chat. It says favorite opening. Haha, what a dirty fly. Yes. Well, yeah, it's of course not the most lovely way to win, but it's also part of the. I see it as part of the fun of playing without increment. So yeah, it's nothing special, but this part of the format, and we try to have some fun mainly. Yeah, I also don't get upset when I lose on time. When we're playing without increment and I lose on time, that's completely normal. I think I have this tactic and bishop takes b6. Well, favorite opening, I think I would say neither, because it was I played the Neidorf since I was 9 years old, and I was always and I keep playing it today. So it's kind of the opening of my life or something like that. But of course, once you become really professional and you kind of look at all kinds of openings and just you can get interesting positions from many openings, many different openings. But yeah, I would say neither if I have to pick one. e5, so I think I'm still better, much better here, probably. Rook a6. What about rook c1? Rook c1 wins, no? Wins the piece. Bishop on c8 has no moves. Yeah, I think bishop takes e5 was a mistake in the open. It gives white too many chances. Maybe already after knight e4 position is critical for black. So I think the way to go there is just play maybe bishop e7 and then castle, and then try to get rid of the knight on e5 with knight ft7. And sometimes, I mean, black tries to finish development, even if it means giving back the pawn. Something like that. And also b4 instead of taking on b3, it's super critical because black wants to play c3 next move, and if a3, a5, and just keep the pawns. And white has to play very energetically to try to prove compensation there. I don't even remember the theory, but I know that those lines are possible. So let's keep going. Let's see if there is some super strong challenge, like somebody with 2900 or something like that. Would be interesting to take it. But I don't see anybody. Let's keep playing. Let's take this one without increment again. e4, let's play d6. And knight f6. The Pyrrhic defense. Bishop c4 and bishop g5. Let's play this. Now probably bishop h4. And then maybe we can go here. Knight f3, and maybe now we can go after the bishop g5 and bishop g3, knight h5. Try to take this bishop on g3 and eventually use my dark squares bishop. But of course white has space in the center and should be better here. So it's not that simple, because also g4 is a threat at some point and the pawn on d4 is hanging. So like taking on g3 and playing g4. And if knight moves on f3, then knight takes d4. So that's why my opponent is sinking, probably. Bishop b5. Let's play maybe castle here. Can I play? So castle, I have to consider knight takes g5. It's typical play in such cases. Like if I castle knight g5, hg, queen h5, and if knight g3, hg, and if I take the knight, then because the h file gets opened, and there's queen h5 there, and some attacking chances. Although I have rook e8 and queen h7, king f8, so it's not completely clear if it is so great for white. But okay, let's enter this. I think I'm not mated after taking and all this that I was saying before. Okay, so it should be fun at least. Takes, queen h5, rook e8. And if queen h7, king f8. So d5 is an idea, try to take the rook, but first of all, I have a6 and also knight d4. So let's see how white tries to attack me here. Bishop c4, but e6. Okay. Now queen f6 makes sense. Or simply, I could even take on d4. Queen h7, king f8. There's nothing, so probably some kind of f4 or something like that. Let's take this. But yeah, this doesn't look enough. e5, okay, e5 is logical given e4 square for the knight, but maybe I'll take here. Knight e4. Maybe this is tricky. b5. Probably b5. Knight g5, queen f6. Of course, my bishop on g7 it's the best piece here. Defense, everything, defense king. Bishop d3. So can I play e4? This is kind of like trick, knight d3. It's idea. Yeah, so but AB, yeah, what am I thinking? AB and the king escapes. Yeah, completely missed that. Rook b8. The rook was hanging on a8. So rook f3 he wants. Allow queen c5. Yeah, well, I won. It got completely out of control at some point. I was thinking knight b3 was made, honestly. I just completely forgot that AB and the king escapes. But I think, yeah, instead of e4, I could play bishop b7 or something. Bishop h7, king f8, and it should be winning. So I think, yeah, overall the idea was interesting, but it maybe wasn't 100% correct here. Let's see. Let's play some more. So I have some quite tough challenges there. 2,700 people. But let's keep giving all players a chance here. Let's see. d4. Okay, let's play d5 now. c4, e6. Knight c3, knight f6. This classical queen's gambit. Bishop g5, bishop b7. e3, h6. Bishop h4, castle, I guess, or knight d7, maybe castle. Knight f3, so I can play knight e4, the last pair. Let's do it. Takes, and takes on d5. Bishop d3 and c5, I guess. So knight c6. I can also play c4. It's a question if I should play c4, bishop c2, and then white will try to play for e4. But I get some chances with pawn majority on the queen side. Let's just play knight c6 for the moment. Keep the tension. I think in general, when white takes on c5 here, queen c5, this weakness on c3 compensates the isolated pawn. So black usually has good play in those positions. That's exactly what happened. Queen c2, and then, for example, bishop e6. And then rook c8 and so on. Knight d4, not really worried about knight e6. It's fe and looks fine. So now knight d4 is already a serious threat. So for example, rook ab1 or something, I can take on d4. So rook c1. Yeah, I could take on d4, or I could play knight e5 or something like that. Yeah, let's take here, try to simplify. Take here, and take the c file. And maybe just advance my pawns. f4, so yeah. Obviously wants to play f5. What should I do, f5 myself, or g6, I guess g4. 5, 10, takes. Let's play f5. King f2, and then I'll keep going with a5 and b4. h3, idea g4, but this seems to be a bit slow. g4, a4, and forcing bishop d1, because gf takes, fe b2. I think this loses. b2, and then rook c1, e7, king f7. Yeah. So bishop d1 was forced, but then yeah, rook c3 or something was also not looking great for white. Yeah. Thanks for the game. Let's keep playing. Let's see what do we have here. Let's take this one. Should be pretty strong. d4. Out of 6. e3. Let's play c5. Bishop d3, knight c6. Okay. Maybe bishop g4. this. I think we can take, no? Take here. Is this a free pawn or not? Looks more or less like a free pawn. CD, knight d, ED, knight d4, queen g3 or something. Doesn't feel like it should be enough. Bishop e5, I'll take and play 6. Where is the compensation? Bishop e7. Maybe there is some compensation, but yeah, knight c3. And now cd and rook d1 and so on. So what do we do here? a6, cd anyway. Or let's play 6 anyway. Bishop a4. Maybe bishop a4. CD I1 knight d5. Yeah, this makes more sense. Takes castle, CD knight d5, rook d1. Maybe queen a5 or something. Knight d5 takes bishop b3. That's castle. CD, ED, rook d1. Immediately rook d1, but then knight e5, no? Knight c4. Yeah, this looks like a blunder. Yeah, still queen g3. I thought and bishop h6, but yeah, but now it should be very good for me. Let's play here. g6. Okay, knight b2 was there. Should be winning anyway. Rook b1, then let's trade his bishops. Knight d2. Yeah, this is completely lost. Knight b1. Knight c3. And play this. Try to simplify. H4, let's go here. And after h5, queen f5. Now let's take. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thanks for the game. We both made few blunders, but interesting game anyway. Let's see what else. Let's play 3 with 0. Is my opponent there? So somebody's asking me, hey Leinier, I want to ask you what went wrong at World Cup. Huge respect for your opponent, but I felt like it wasn't 100% you. Can you tell something about the match? Yes, I somehow I played really bad in the rapid games. I think the classical game, I was talking about this yesterday in the stream. I felt like in the classical games I didn't play too bad. I missed huge chances, but still more or less decent games. But then in the rapids, I just played terrible. Of course, my opponent played extremely well. I think he deserves credit for the win. He played very, very well. But yeah, I also felt that I played way below my level in the rapids. I don't know exactly what went wrong. I think maybe I just I traveled too close to the tournament, and I had some issues with the time difference and the routine, sleeping, and so on. So maybe that had some impact, but I definitely play awful in the rapids. So yeah, hard to say because after only 2 classical games, you cannot really say much about your performance. But I hope that I get to play more and that I get to play well in the upcoming tournaments. So let's see. So we're playing some kind of English here, but I have a good position now. Bishop takes f6 and knight d5 is the threat. So a6 is forced. Knight a3. Probably bishop e7. Castle. And knight c2 maybe. Just go to e3. If h6, I think I can take and give my bishop, but then I'll get one of my knights on d5 and be slightly better, at least. Knight e3. And then I thought I'll take here, play knight e5. Then I can get to play e3 and kick the knight from d4. Queen d8, e3. So knight back to c6. And what to do now? It's a good question. So maybe bring my rook to d1. I don't know if I should put my queen on d2 or e2. Let's just put it here. Queen d2 made a lot of sense also, just to keep the pawn on d6 under attack after rook fd1, but queen e2 also looks possible. Looks like very pleasant advantage here for white. Rook d1, although maybe not that easy, but bishop g7 and then maybe try f5 or something. So maybe rook d2, rook d1. Maybe f5 and e4. So f5, rook d1. If e4, I thought I had knight f4. And probably a2. And then take on d6. Although maybe even after taking on d6, black keeps some chances. Bishop f7. rook takes. I have c5 also, but yeah, maybe I should take queen e7, and now maybe c5. No? So try to play knight d5. Okay, knight d5, queen e5. Yeah, queen e5. And knight b6, perhaps, rook d6, cd. Well, this one allows knight d7 at least. Do I have something better? Maybe this is enough. Yeah, the rook takes d6, I think, was forced. And then still some chances because rook takes, and then, I mean, if cd rook d8, and then completely unclear what is going on. Now it's winning. Takes, and check, and rook a7. It's over. Okay, thanks for the game. Interesting. See what else. Sif. D4, okay. Knight f6 again. C4, C5, let's play it like this. Knight f3, so no Benoni, nothing. Let's play 6. Let's insist on Benoni. D5 takes d6. This is what I wanted to play. Definitely not E3, so let's take here, go D5. With the knight, I thought E takes, but anyway, D5 is possible. Knight C3. Could take on C4. Could play E5. E5, maybe knight F3. Doesn't look that great. Let's play A6. Just the waiting move, ED. I mean, if CD, knight D5. It's my idea. And then take with the queen, just to avoid any weaknesses. Pre-move queen D5. Probably bishop D2. It's the move, or something like that. So let's see the chat. It says, hello, Leinier. Will you play the FIDE Swiss tournament, or do you hope to get to candidates through Grand Prix? In that case, do you hope to qualify based on rating there? Well, yeah, about the Grand Swiss, I'm still not sure if I will play because I need to get the English visa, which is not that easy. Okay, I'll take on C3 here, play queen C7. But ideally, yeah, I would of course try to play just to get another chance of qualifying for the candidates. And then regarding the Grand Prix, it would be great if I can qualify somehow. I'm not sure if I get to qualify by rating, but if I do, that's great news, and I'll play. That's another chance to get into the candidates. But yeah, I'll try to first of all to play the Grand Swiss. So here, this should be comfortable for black. but so within still normal for white, rook ab1, because yeah, white has the c pawn, which is it's a bit weak, but the b file he has some pressure on b7 and so on. Knight b3, good move, probably. Maybe rook d8 takes, queen takes. Takes, queen takes, and bishop b7 is not possible because of bishop c6. Takes, and probably queen b2 or something. Yes, good move. Maybe here, takes, queen takes, rook ab1. Should be about equal, but my opponent is taking too much time. h3, rook d7, rook c8. I will get to get, I mean, some pressure on c4 after all. This should still be a draw. Maybe b5, a4, and if rook c7, rook b1. Okay, I'll play this and take, and slightly better, but I play rook c6. That was not the intention, but anyway, I'll take, and rook a4. Rook b2. Yeah, this probably, it's objectively a draw, rook b2, and although white has a passive rook, that's too even to be winning here, I think. So let's play one more, and we will end for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. So let's see. Who is the lucky one? I'll take a 3 without increment. Let's play Alfredo. I don't remember if we played in the last few days. So let's end with the Sicilian. d4, bishop b5, c3. Okay. 3, knight c6. This one. I think d5, e5, knight d7, something like that. Okay, this is supposed to be not great for white. But who knows, bishop f5. Maybe bishop c4, I go back. And if takes, queen takes. So queen d6 or queen d7. Queen d6, maybe knight a3, but then I have a6. And queen d7, it's also logical. Yeah, let's go here. Just play e6 and bishop e7. Maybe bishop b5 was an idea instead of a4, just to play for knight e5. Try to create some weaknesses here. Now it should be very comfortable for me because still bishop on c1 is not developed, and okay, rook d1 makes sense to try to get d4. If rook fd8, then d4. Let's play this anyway. cd, then knight d4. I can take maybe play queen c6 or something. By the way, knight d4, do I have e5? Maybe I do, no? Maybe I do have e5. So cd, but this is a bit not exactly what white should want here. So now d4 is a weak pawn after all, and the knight on a3 is also not ideally placed. Would be much better on c3, controlling d5 and so on. So bishop f4, I'll go knight d5. Okay, bishop g5, I'll go knight d5 anyway. Take on e7, queen takes. So very little time for my opponent. So I can take and play knight b4. d8, rook d8. Yeah, rook d1, I'll play h6. Yeah, well, just run out of time. But yeah, position was, after all, quite balanced at the end. Anyway, thanks for the game. Thank you, guys, for being here and for following this show. I hope that it was fun. And as I said before, I'll be back tomorrow with another show, another Banter Blitz. So hope to see you all tomorrow and play some more games. Bye, everybody.